Hey guys, so this is video blog number 3, and in this blog we're supposed to talk about my understanding of Latinidad, and the way I understand it is that it is a race, and not only is it just a race to me, but it's also a race that is divided, because even though all races are divided, the Latin community really is a race that just is divided within itself. It's not just between everybody and different races, it's just within itself. And I say this because based on the models that we've read so far, I've seen terms like Afro-Latina. And Afro-Latinas are Latin people who have slaves as ancestors. But to me, as a Hispanic, I know that in my DNA and in my blood, and my ancestors were Black as well. They were a mix of everything, but they were also Black. And Afro-Latinas, I don't see the difference between me and an Afro-Latina, because I would consider myself just as Black as she is, even though I don't know much about my ancestry. Also, we are divided because we tend to try to deny the Blackness. So with the Latin community, there's been this big issue with determining whether we're Black or not. And if you look in the history books, we have ancestors who come from Africa, and we tend to ignore that part of our history because we just don't want to be Black. And I think, to me, it's because we don't want to be looked down upon. Not to say that with what's going on in the world right now, like, there's different classes to different races, and Latin races and African Americans, we were looked down upon all the time. But most Latinos try to deny that. And also, we tend to sweep things under the rug. So not only with just our history, but with our physical features as well. One of the things that I've read upon was one of the articles had mentioned something about our hair. I have naturally curly hair. My hair is not straight. It's been frizzy all day because it's been very humid outside, but I do have some curls. You just can't see it. But we tend to think we look at ourselves, well, let me stop saying we, but most Latinos tend to look at themselves as if having curly hair is bad hair, when it's really not. Nobody really has bad hair, it just depends on how you take care of it. Besides the point, I think that the way we look at ourselves, we want to be so much like the lighter skinned girls with the straight hair. And most of us are not like that. I'm not like that. Like, I know I'm a little brown skinned girl with curly hair, but all my life, my mother has tried to cover my curls with a blow dryer. And she says, oh yeah, you can't be leaving your hair wet because, it's bad for you. You can get sick. It can mess up your hair. You're going to damage your hair. And to be honest, that's what makes us look like we're trying to become something we're not. And as I'm older now, like, I tend to look back and I see it that way because we just cover ourselves with straighteners and Botox and breast reductions. Some women think that their big lips look ugly, and it's really not. And it's mostly, to me, as a Latina, I feel like a lot of Latin communities are very insecure within themselves, and This is why I say it's a race, because we look more based upon our physical features and our mentality and our ancestors. And I feel like if this continues, it's gonna be an issue that goes on with forever, because we're not gonna accept who we truly are, and we're gonna just keep on sweeping things under the rug when it doesn't have to be that way, when we can just embrace ourselves. Nowadays, it has improved because a lot of people are starting to embrace their true selves, but it's still a work in progress.